Hello, I am back. We got back from our vacation last night. We packed up our 4 kids in our van and we took off to the west coast of Canada. We visited friends and family and we did some exploring. We had lots of adventures. We have lots of stories to tell from this trip. Some good, some not so good, but even in the not so good ones, there is good within it. It was a very spiritually stretching trip in a lot of ways. I won't go into the details, but I will say I had a lot of time to think during the very long drive there and back and in between. It was really the break that I think every one of us needed. Before we left on this vacation, we were in a very, very busy season. It was just like a snowball of events that kept happening one after the other. For a while there, my to-do list really became my priority. And I know there are seasons in life when that's gonna happen, and that's normal, but it's not something that's sustainable long term. And so this trip really just felt like I was able to hit reset and start over. So here's to starting new. That's what this vlog is all about. We've got things to do. We've come back and it's full on spring outside. When we left, the snow was still melting. There were no leaves on the trees, and now I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing green. Our apple tree is in bloom. It is time to get our yard cleaned up and to plant our garden. I also have a lot that I feel like I just want to share. I've been thinking about it all morning and just praying about it and mulling it over. There's so many thoughts running through my head about this trip and from this trip that I am processing. I want to share some of that in this week's video. So I'm going to take you along this week as we just kind of go about our day, tackle the to-do list, share some things that are on my mind. First thing I did when I got home was feed my sourdough starter so that I can get back into regular home cooking. I feel like this is something we tend to take for granted a little bit here because it's just so normal. It's so a part of our routine that we don't even really think about it anymore. When you're on vacation and you're eating store-bought food, fast food almost every single day, we really start to notice it affect our health and our gut, and we just don't feel so good. I'm excited to get back in the kitchen and to get cooking again. I definitely missed this. I missed this a lot. Doing pita pizzas for supper tonight. This is one of our favorite ways to do pizzas because everyone gets to pick their own toppings. Everyone likes their pizza just a little bit different. This is an easy way to please everyone, and they are delicious. I love making pitas because they can be used for multiple different meals, and truthfully, they taste really good as a pizza crust. Look at this weather. We haven't had weather like this in so many months. I was just sitting out here doing my devotions this morning. It just felt so good to be outside, and I'm so filled with gratitude to just be sitting outside, reading the Word, listening to the birds. Oh, it's beautiful. Today is a beautiful day, so we are spending the entire day outside. Zach has a free day today, so he's over there assembling garden boxes. We're planning to expand our garden this year, and we're so excited about it. My job is to go through all the garden beds and clear them out, pull the weeds. A lot of our plants experienced a lot of winter kill this winter, unfortunately, so I gotta trim all that, trim away all the dead stuff, and bring it back to life. We've been hard at work all morning and we've got a lot done. We've got flower beds cleared out, we've got garden beds made, the garden is weeded. I got a bit of a sunburn. This is my first real day in the sun this year and oh, I love it. Ran inside, got rinsed off, changed because I was covered from head to toe in dirt. But why don't I show you what we got done? Garden beds are all cleaned out, they are watered, they are ready for the year. Our crabapple tree is in full bloom. It looks like we're gonna get a lot of crab apples this year. The garden is cleared out, weeds are gone, it's pretty much ready for planting. We'll probably have to get in here and just loosen some of the dirt up a little bit. Eloise made a cute little flag. The game for the last couple of days has been making a mud pit and then slathering the tree in mud. It's kept them dirty and very entertained. This was Zach's big project today. He built all of these garden beds. We actually got these from Amazon. They were on sale. We got a really good deal on them. I'm just so excited about the possibility of growing so many more things in these beds. Now we've got some clouds and some wind rolling in, so it's time for us to head inside, clean up the mess that we've made in there. Because when we spend time outside, the inside tends to get very neglected. We've been home for about 48 hours now and our laundry machine has not stopped running since. It's been working really hard, not only cleaning the laundry from our trip, but also cleaning all the muddy clothes that have gotten dirty since coming home. I am so thankful for our laundry machine and so thankful for a laundry detergent that I can rely on, especially in summertime when things are getting extra dirty. And I want to say a huge thank you to Branch Basics for sponsoring today's video. By now you all know that Branch Basics is my favorite non-toxic cleaner. It has been for years and it really was a lifesaver on our vacation. I brought with a bag of Branch Basics powdered laundry detergent when we went on our trip, which was the perfect thing because it also acts as a stain remover. It's everything in one and you all know I love a good multi-use product. We had some very dirty moments on our trip. We were on the beach, we were eating ice cream, we were exploring. There were some stains that I wasn't sure were actually gonna come out, but every time I ran them through, they came out spotless. I told Zach a few times on the trip, I cannot believe how well this stuff works. Like this dress, this white dress was covered in chocolate ice cream and dirt from our day at Bouchard Gardens. It is spotless. These shorts that were worn yesterday, they were covered in mud, spotless. This shirt had spots of spaghetti sauce on it, not anymore. This one was really muddy from yesterday and it's not perfect, but I think one more run through the wash and drying outside, it'll be just fine. As a mom of 4, it is super important to me to have a laundry detergent that not only works really well, but is also non-toxic because these little children, they're wearing these clothes. Branch Basics is Leaping Bunny certified, it is Made Safe certified, it is super safe for their sensitive skin. And I use it to clean every nook and cranny of our home, not just our clothes. Branch Basics sent me my first starter kit a couple of years ago and I've been hooked ever since. It has completely changed the way that I clean my home and has simplified things so much. I used to have a ton of different cleaners from different companies that I would use to clean my home. I had a basket full of cleaners and I was never really satisfied with any of them. What's really cool about Branch Basics is that All cleaners are made with one concentrate, which keeps things really, really simple. This is really powerful stuff, so a little really goes a long way. In the starter kit, you'll get different bottles that you'll fill up with different ratios of water to soap, which will be your different cleaners. This one is our bathroom cleaner. This is our all-purpose cleaner. It even makes foaming hand soap. When we were away on vacation, I filled up a little spray bottle with Branch Basics concentrate and used it for everything, and I'm telling you, it saved us so many times. I would spray it on our hands when we were washing our hands. I would spray it on our veggies when I was cleaning our produce. I would even spray it on our dishes to act as dish soap. When you're traveling, it's really hard to avoid toxins, so this was one really big way that we were able to control that just a little bit. Honestly, this is my ultimate travel hack, and I'm never going to travel without it again. Branch Basics is offering you 15% off with my code LoveKeysLife on their ultimate starter kit. The kit includes spray bottles for the all-purpose spray, bathroom cleaner, glass cleaner, the foaming hand soap. You'll get oxygen boost, you'll get dishwasher tabs, bottle of concentrate, and a package of their powdered laundry detergent. All of that for 15% off. Or if you're not ready to commit to everything just yet, you can use the same code LoveKeysLife to get 15% off just the laundry detergent to get you started. Thank you again, Branch Basics, for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to check out that description box for that discount. My tummy's rumbling, so I gotta get some dinner started.
I noticed sometimes with your
Last night I was creating the end of year report for our homeschool year because we actually finished up our homeschool year a few weeks ago before we left on vacation. So I need to get that report sent in, and I was going over it and trying to remember where we were at and realized I kind of left in a mess. So my job today is to go through our curriculum, put away what we're done with, bring out the things that we're going to start next year, start tidying up our cabinets. Not just homeschool stuff, but like crafting stuff, coloring stuff, office supplies. We don't have a ton of storage for this sort of thing. Like, we don't actually have a lot of storage in our home. We have a basement where we keep a lot of stuff. I don't want to just fill up our basement with stuff because we have the space. I want to be very intentional about our stuff and how we're organizing it and keeping it. Otherwise, it just gets really out of hand really quick. So this is where my mind is at today, trying to figure out what's going on here. We've got papers galore. So many half-finished coloring pages and crafts and things that we just never finish. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to store our school stuff. I know it's not practical to keep every single workbook, every single craft that we've done, but part of me really does not want to throw that away because I have been so involved in their education. To me, it almost feels like throwing away a piece of their childhood. I'm not usually like that when it comes to physical items. To think back about my own childhood and my own school papers, I've never once looked back on those. I've looked back on like my report cards. My mom did keep a couple of like my art projects and stuff, and that's interesting to look back at, but I would never go back to say my math book and look through that, you know? So I know it's not practical to keep those things, but my heart doesn't want to give it up yet. Because I know some of you are going to have questions and are probably wondering, I'm going to show you where I've landed. I pretty much just cleaned this cabinet up because it functions pretty well. I need to relabel this, but this is where we ended up storing school projects that happened throughout the year. So I pulled all of those out and put them into this filing box. We've had this for a couple of years, but I was mostly using it as like memories and art projects. It has now changed specifically to homeschool projects and stories and things that we've done throughout the year. Each child has their own color folder, which makes it easy to find. I think this is going to be really easy for me to be able to just come and find anything that I need really quick to reference to. So that is nice and organized now. As for coloring pages, current projects, art projects, that belongs in here. So as my children color pages, draw pictures, they throw them into here. These are ones that are not yet complete, ones they're still working on. And then every once in a while I go through this. Any drawing drawing or picture that's really special, we will keep in these folders. So each child has their own binder, and then I've slipped their drawings into these page protectors so that we can just flip through and reminisce and enjoy. So that is all neat and cleaned up.
Okay, everyone. We decided to get gold. Oh!
I was ahead of the game this year and I actually ordered all of our curriculum early. I've got curriculum here for grade 3, grade 1, and preschool. I'm teaching 3 kiddos next year. And so as I'm clearing out the old stuff and bringing in the new stuff, I'm trying to think about what next year might look like, what we loved about this year and what we didn't love so much, what we would like to change. It's hard to foresee what next year is going to look like, but I'm trying to set myself up for success. And I've learned for myself that it's better to do it now and have a plan ahead of time rather than just trying to dive into it without any forethought. Cheers. Alright, this is where we have landed. It's looking very nice, very organized. We have all of our curriculum and books right up here. Reading practice, reading booster cards over here, and it's divided by grade. And then workbooks, again, divided by grade. We've got grade 3, grade 1, preschool, and then we've got other subjects here. I just ordered a couple of organizers that are going to go on these doors for things like their math boxes, iPad, some watercolor paint, stuff like that. On the bottom, we've got all of the writing supplies that we pull out every time we do our book work. So we've got everything in here from markers, pencils, pencil crayons, sharpeners, scissors, everything that we could possibly need. Then we have some paint supplies and stuff down there. But I think this is going to work really well. I'm happy with this. I am surprised and disappointed by how quickly I have just automatically resorted back to old habits since coming back from our trip. The first day back, this isn't supposed to be there. The first day back, I was feeling refreshed. I was feeling excited. I had just walked through some pretty crazy experiences that really moved me. I was excited to get into new routines and start new habits. Like I said in the beginning of this vlog, I felt like I got to press the reset button. I got a new start, a fresh look on life. Over the last couple of days, I have just kind of plateaued down into this old rhythm and old routine. And our vacation almost feels like it was a lifetime ago, almost as if it never happened. It reminds me of the Israelites, all the miracles, all the ways that God provided for them. It didn't take them long to forget and to revert back to their old ways. I am no different. It is in our human nature to so quickly forget. So my prayer has been that I would not forget and I would be motivated to make those changes in my life. I won't go into a lot of detail, but I will say there were a few times we were just so completely helpless. We were in situations where we had absolutely no control. All we could do was just surrender everything to Him. We had some amazing opportunities to witness to our children, and we were able to firsthand show our children that when we rely on the Lord, He will provide. Proverbs 3 verse 5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will make your path straight." We really had a chance to live out our faith. You know, before going on this trip, I actually felt guilty, as if we had better things we could spend our money on or better ways that we could spend our time. But I'm so glad that we actually took the time to do this. We took the time to go on this trip. We invested in this vacation because I've realized it's not just all fun and games, it's more than that, especially when we're traveling with our children. We are investing in their childhood and we are making these memories with them. Traveling certainly isn't as easy now with 4 children as it used to be when it was just Zach and I, but it's so much more fulfilling and wholesome, and being able to see the beauty of God's creation through my children's eyes is just the biggest blessing. It was so much fun. It's been great to come back and get back into good routines such as waking up early, moving my body. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks, and so my body is really quite sore. Getting solid sleep and eating wholesome foods, these are all really good habits that I'm excited to be back and able to do again. Things I really want to work on for myself is being more present, being a mom who is not constantly distracted. I want to say yes more often, because I have found very often I will say no to things that my kids ask for simply because it's going to inconvenience me in some way, but no more. I don't want to hold back my children from experiencing childhood to its fullest simply because I don't want to clean up the mess later. I want to get outside more regardless of what the weather is like, and to set aside time all throughout the day, not just a few minutes in the morning to read the word, but throughout the day to be constantly rooted in scripture, in prayer. I mean, the list could go on. There are a lot of little things that have really been on my heart. And like I said, I've been trying to process all of it. Yeah. I'm trying to put into words the thoughts that have been in my head, and that's not something I'm very good at. So if this doesn't make sense or if this feels rambly, it's just because I have a hard time translating thoughts to words. You know, it's really funny that this is actually my job because I'm not naturally gifted at speaking whatsoever. Anyway, before my children, my family wake up, I want to be in the Word, prepare my heart and mind for the day ahead, the weekend ahead. I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.